Hello, and welcome back to Fate Stay Night. I'm going to bulk record this week's recordings of Fate Stay Night because I am doing something on Thursday night and I will not have time to record. So, I'm going to do both. Today is when this goes up. Tomorrow is when I'm recording this because it's currently Sunday evening and it's about 20 o'clock. So, anyway, I go down the hill. It takes me 30 minutes to get to the school. Fair distance normally, though I'm walking pretty fast today. The reason being, she follows me behind me silently. Oh, speaking of Saber, I finally downloaded the text replace mod, link in the description. That replaces the mandated name with either Artoria or Artoria, your preference. I use Artoria, but also, spoilers, but also, I've already done the first route. Go check there's the previous videos in the playlist before part 1, too. Anyway, if I don't do anything, she'll follow me right onto the school grounds. I have to tell her clearly right now. Saber, I said to wait at home. You're going to disobey a master. I stop and turn around. I could just imagine the actual stink guy with like raised eyebrow, just going, really now? Really? Saber glares at me, and after a moment, clearly mulling over what to say.
サーバントがマスターの指示に従わないということは、おそらく聞こえなかったのでしょう。
Ah, sass. She grumpily turns away from me. I ignore her and descend down the hill. Behind me, ever present, Saber continues to pressure me without saying a word. Go home already. Do I have to tell you directly for you to understand that it's annoying to have you follow? I glare at the girl that stays exactly 5 meters behind. I don't know what her problem is, but I'm met with her silent defiance. Jeez, I don't get why she's so mad. She's just being stubborn now. Okay, fine, do what you want. This time I'm actually ignore her and start walking. It seems like a great idea. Hey, this looks familiar. I go up the hill and that leads to the school. Miyama has a lot of hills, but this slip is especially one. From the school building that sits at the top, on top of the hill, you can get an unobstructed view of the whole town. It's a bit past 13 o'clock. Fortunately, I don't see any students around on the way. It must be because it's a Sunday and the ones having club practices are taking a break after eating lunch. I'm sorry, I can't wrap my head around going to school on a Sunday. Christ. Well, I guess I'm in luck, but it won't be like that from here. With a sigh, I surrender. I turn around. Saber's making her way up at the hill, still glaring. I imagine that now that I've started to ignore her, she's even more grumpy. Saber.
なんでしょう。好きにしていいということでしたが。
You only listen to what's convenient to you, right?
当然です。私はサーバントですから、ミスマスターを危険にさらすわけにはいきません。
Fine, I give up. I'm raising the white flag so you can come along. You understand that's a safe place once you see it for yourself. Also, I'm sorry for yelling at you earlier. Yes. Well, let's make up a story for you. You're a relative of my father, and you came here to visit and sightsee. Is that alright? I go up the hill alongside Saber.
はい。それでシロの都合がいいのなら構いません。
Alright, then aside. Yeah, you would have met them sooner or later, so it doesn't matter if I introduce you to them now. That's right. She's bound to meet Fujini and Sakura if she's staying at my place. Oh yeah, I forgot to ask you, but where did you get those clothes?
これはリンがくれたものです。レーターになれない以上、普段着は必要だろうと。
I had a thought, like yesterday, I want to say. I was like, wait a minute, Tamama no Mei is the inspiration for the Fox Demon in Naruto. What if we just put Tamama no Mei in Naruto? Anyway, that is unexpected. I'm surprised at Tasaki's kindness, but I'm more surprised that she has such maturity. What about your armor then? Is it back at the house?
違います。あの鎧は私の魔力で編まれたものです。解除するということは消すということ。戦闘時になればすぐにでも私の体を守るものです。
Oh, so you can make it appear and disappear at any time?
はい。ですから心配は無用です。ここで敵に襲われようと、シロは私が守護します。
I see. Yeah, that's comforting. Maybe it's in reaction to keeping quiet until now that my honest opinion slips out. Saber does not answer to my slip of the tongue and continues up the hill. Tamama no Mei figurines are at least $70. I can get a chibi one for $30. I don't know if I want that though. Oh, $300. Yeah, it's absolutely worth it. We arrive at school. I can only be open about this now. I can pretend that I'm showing a new transfer student around. Saber, if someone stops you and asks for something, just shake your head without saying anything. It'll be best if you pretend you don't understand Japanese. Saber, what's up with that grim look on your face? Don't scare me like that.
いえ、別に白を見ていたわけではありません。ただ、魔力の残滓が強いもので驚いていただけです。
Traces of magical energy, are you sure? Saber says so, but I don't feel anything. Well, not that I can sense magical energy unless it's really concentrated.
はい。と言っても、白には驚くべきことでもない。凛は白とは同学年なのでしょ？彼女ほどの魔術師が1年以上いる場所なのです。工房の一つも用意しているでしょうから、どう隠しても魔力は漏れる。
Heart that real quick. The magical energy that Saber feels seems to be from Tasaka. That's pretty careless of her if you could sense her magical energy before you even go inside. Wait, is she in there right now?
いいえ、凛本人はいないようです。彼女がいるのなら、もっと強く感じ取れるでしょう。この敷地には魔術師らしき人間はいない。気になる違和感はありますが、とりあえず危険はありません。
I have ideas of why it might feel off, but that would be unbecoming. Shirou wouldn't know that currently. I told you they'd be fine. Come on, we're going in, so stay close.
あれ、海やだ。何？もしかして食事は？
It comes in handy sometimes to find someone who knows you well enough. Mitsuzuri Ayako, the captain of the Kyudo Club, even figured out my reason for being here at a glance. Yeah, I'm here to, I'm the delivery boy, as you guessed, this Fujini and stuff.
いるいる。いやー、助かった。藤村先生ったら空腹でテンション高くて困ってたのよ。学食も休みだしさ、仕方ないんで買い出しに行こうかって考えあぐねてたところ。
I was that serious, but you're thinking of going down to Toyoetsu by yourself.
そこ以外にどこがあるっていうのよ。ただでさえ備品で金食ってるんだから、非常食に金は避けないでしょ。
As expected from Mitsuzuri, who's notorious for being stingy. By the way, Toyoetsu is the name of the supermarket in the shopping district. In the Kyudo Club, anyone who is taking a break and resting their arm must be sent on a grocery run as exercise. It's a contradictory custom where it's an excuse to rest your arm, but you have to carry a lot of groceries on the way back. That sucks. Here's our lunch. It got late, but give it to Fujini, will you? I hold out the paper bag.
お、豪華三段セット。いいね。久しぶりに見た。エミはこういう細いの上手なのよね。
I take pride in this sort of thing. I don't know what she's happy about, but she smiles. Well, in comparison, she's good at mass production. Mitsuzuri is usually the one who's in charge of dinner at our training camps, and she surprises everyone out every time. The world of cooking is vast, considering how our curry was good despite having basically whole potatoes in it. Well, anyway, Mitsuzuri only looks inside the bag but doesn't take it. No need to tease. Just take the bag. Isn't it chaotic in there with Fujini going wild?
そうね。そう思うんなら、さっさと中に入って、藤村先生に手渡してあげるべし。
I ain't fucking walking in there.
だいたいね、入り口であんたを返したなんて言ったら、もっとへそ曲げるに決まってるじゃない。私は藤村先生にしごかれたくはないからね。
I need to keep careful track.
ここまで来たら観念して中に入りな。
I need to keep careful track of who I have up current. So the end. Should I reveal this? Okay, so I have a specific plan I want to do for Unlimited Blade Works, which is there's the true end and the good end. I'm going to try and get the good end. The good end requires something of me. It requires me to have equal points with both Saber and Urin, which means I need to keep a track of the math. Currently, I'm at 1 for both. So, and there's a decision I'm going to be doing later on in the session, but in this next video, that's going to +1 Saber, and there is probably a decision on Monday that will +1 Urin, which means they will both be at 2. That's the idea, however. But it looks like, yeah, I do need to keep track of the math, but currently at 1. So I'm... Can I edit? Oh, that's boring. You know what? I'll just keep track of it on like a notepad or something. I mean, I have one of those, so... True enough, it would be scary later on if I don't at least go to see her. It's not like I came here for practice, so I could just leave as soon as I hand her the lunch. I give up and head to the archery range. But hey, Mitsuzuri, you've been here long enough now, so you should at least check if Fujini has her lunch in the morning. It's too creepy imagining a teacher looking out at her students' lunches.
いや、それが私も今朝は疲れててさ。
Where's my pen?
最近ちょっと忙しく
There's
て
my pen.
あんまり余裕がないんだな。ま、あんたに愚痴ってもしょうがないんだけど。
And she suddenly comes close and whispers in my ear.
で、エミヤ、あれ何者よ。すっごい美人だけど、知り合い？
She asked me in a nervous voice. Yeah, I'm sure anyone would be surprised seeing Saber, especially since he's trying to follow me inside the archery range without saying anything.
どうなのよ、エミヤ。あれ、知り合い？
Yeah, you could say that. Oh, sorry. It's complicated to explain, but it would be helpful if you could say that she is. Also, if you can explain to everyone so that they won't make a fuss about her when we go in, I'll be forever in your debt.
オッケー。
That was a poor
事
choice
情
of
は
words.
気になるけど、その交換条件は気に入った。エミヤ、後でチャラってのはなしだからね。
Okay, yes, we're currently both at +1. Alright. I opened the door. Oh, words that would have struck PTSD in anyone who played a certain other visual novel. Saber silently follows behind Mitsuzuki and me. As we enter the dojo, the archery range after lunch break is noisy like a
藤村
battlefield.
先生、美咲さんがお腹痛くて死にそうだと言ってます。さっきの乾パン、いつの時代のだったんですか？
そんなのただの腹痛よ。一緒に食べた先生は元気なんだから、美咲さんには昆布茶でも飲ませておきなさい。
I'll also take some tea.
タイガ先生、巻き藁練習するんでストーブ移動させてください。道場の隅は寒いっす。
はい、いい度胸してる君は半ズボンで道場3周、腐った性根ともども叩き直してきなさいね。
先生、出血です。北子くんが鶴で頬を切りました。
ふん、その程度なら保健室に行かなくてもいいわ。裏山に植えてあるアロエでも塗っときなさい。
I'm just gonna interject real quick. I didn't know they had aloe grown naturally in Japan. Aloe is a desert plant.
いた。ああ、もうなんだってこんなに裏反ってんのよ、この弓ってば。こんなんじゃうまく張れないじゃない。ああ、そこ上から押さえて張らないの。まだ若いんだから、難しいんなら2人でやんなさい。ひっくり返して切り爪が離れたら後で首を折っちゃうんだから。こうポキッと大事な弓を壊した生徒、私が。
先生、ギリコがありません。手が滑ります。
あれ、本当？誰か物置に行って在庫を取ってきて。
先生、在庫切れです。原因は先日先生が発注を忘れたことだと思います。
あー、じゃあ1年は野球部から老人バッグちょっぱってくること。
うわー、むちゃくちゃだこの先生。
I wanna, before I continue on, I just wanna know, I googled it, and the aloe family, the aloe genus, is native to tropical and southern Africa, Madagascar, Jordan, the Arabian Peninsula, India, and various islands in the Indian Ocean, such as Mauritius, Réunion, and Comoros. A few species have also become naturalized in other regions, such as the Mediterranean, Australia, the American continent, and the Hawaiian Islands. Not Japan! Man, this place doesn't change at all. Well, I can't stick around with this pandemonium forever. Oh, great timing. Hey, Sakura. I call out to the girl in front of the boat rack.
先輩、
Sakura turns to the boat she's holding and runs to me bewildered.
先輩、どうしたんですか今日は。もしかして
Yeah, I brought lunch for Fujin. I'm sorry, but can you take this to that manic teacher over there?
はい、そうですよね。そういえば先生、電話してました。
I'm not sure where her smile goes, but it vanishes at the same time she slumps her shoulders. Oh no. Yeah, that'd be one. When she gets hungry, Fujin becomes a dictator, huh? It might be too late now, but she can't have what I made. Also, sorry I came home late last night. Thanks for making me dinner.
はい、そう言ってもらえると嬉しいです。けど、
She looks behind me. There stares a golden-haired girl that is out of place in the archery range. Technically, she can become an archer. It just requires a bit of a change in clothes. What? Am I actually too late? I made yours just in case too.
いえ、そんなことないです。私もお腹減ってます。その先生に半分あげちゃったから。
Yeah, it's what I thought. I made yours so that you can eat it right away, so it shouldn't take that much time. Well, if that's the case for everyone, I don't think anyone can complain about resuming lunch.
そうですね。それじゃあごちそうになりますけど、先輩、今日はずっと道場にいるんですか？
I think so. Since I'm here, I might as well stay until practice is over. I skipped yesterday, so I'll make dinner today, and you should come and eat with us.
はい、喜んで。それじゃあすぐに先生を呼んできますね。先輩、お弁当だけ置いてどこかに行くのはなしですよ。
Sure, yeah. Sakura goes to get Fujini in a hurry. When I look back, I see the members buzzing in conversation over Saber, with Mitsuzuri going around explaining things. Well, for now, I think I've accomplished my initial goal. So now what?
あー、お腹いっぱい。糖分も頭に回ったし、これでようやく本調子ね。
Okay, Jaguar. The break room. Fujini sips tea while she eats some sweet bean jelly. It must be because Fujini is calm now, but the sound of bowstring twangs and arrows cutting through the air is all that echoes throughout the dojo. Echoes? Pink Floyd
そ
reference?
ろそろ私も社長に出ますから失礼しますね。
はいはーい。あ、控えにいる三辻さんに話があるからこっちに来るよう伝えてもらえる？
はい。先輩もゆっくりしていってください。できれば久しぶりに指導してもらえると助かります。
Sakura bows and leaves, but as she does so, she stares uneasily at Saber, who is silently watching by the wall.
で、シロはこの後どうするの？部活は5時に終わらせるけど、それまで見学していく？
What should I do? Just from what I see, Saber seems to be gazing at the archery range with interest herself, so I should... Alright. This choice is completely inconsequential, and it does not matter which one I pick. So... I'm actually going to stay at the archery range. Yeah, probably cause some trouble if I were to take Saber to walk around the school. I should stay in this familiar room and chill until the evening. Yeah, I'll stay and watch if it's not going to be a bother, Fujini.
よしよし。それじゃあ私は稽古をつけてくるから、シロはここでボケっとしてなさい。あ、弓を持ちたくなったら遠慮しないでいいからね。シロは私の教え子だし、人一倍になってるんだから。
I suppose I am better than the others on the shooting front. Even though I've been away from it, I'm sure I can get the same results as when I was active. But that's not because of archery skills. I can hit the target like I do immensely while I'm working on Magecraft. That's not true, Fuji. I'm no good with the persistence part of the sport.
何？日に200以上の矢数をかけよ。その他は弓話に過ぎぬってやつ？
My arm is really
シロ、
tough,
つまんない
actually.
こと知ってるのね。
Hey, anyone who does Kyudo should know this. Anyway, I'm not going to shoot half hard. I'm not in the swing of it anymore, so I don't know if I even hit the target.
けどシロ、何も毎日弓を構えて矢数をかけることだけが稽古じゃないよ。弓を持たなくとも、ちゃんと自身を鍛えているなら、それも立派な苦の境地なんだから。そうやってけじめをつけるのもいいけどね、弓に礼を尽くそうとする心もこだわりよ。なんであれ、絡まれば流れはよどむんだから。たまには素直になっときなさい。
Fujini heads to the range, as if tagging in Mitsuzuri enters.
邪魔するわよ。って難しい顔してんじゃん、エミヤ。さては藤村先生に急を据えられたな。
I guess she told me not to worry so much, though she probably is right.
あ、そうなんだ。てっきり興味をなくしてやめたと思ってたけど、まだやる気はあったんだ。それちょっと意外ね。
It's unexpected. What, did it look like I got bored with Kyudo to you?
ねえ、だってあんた一回しか的を外さなかったじゃない。私が弓道部に入った時からエミヤはともかく化け物みたいにうまかった。シャワー全部。それでね、ああこいつこんなにうまいともう嬉しくもなんともないんだろうなって。ていうか弓を持たなくても会心に入れるんだから、むしろ弓なんて邪魔じゃないってムカついたもんよ。図星でしょうね。 射っていうのはさ、自分を射抜く精神でしょ。弓道の矢は的を射るんじゃなくて、的を狙う自身の心を射るのよ。だから自身と向き合えないもの、自身を射抜けないものにその精神は伝わらない。
In other words, Kyudo is a way to kill oneself. To make yourself transparent, aim to be one with nature. The 8 stages of shooting are for that. Ashibumi, the footing. Dozukuri, the correct posture. Yagume, readying the bow. Uchiyo Koshi, the action of raising the bow. Hikiwake, drawing the bow. Kai, the full draw. Hanada, the release. And Zanshin, the follow-through of the shot. Specifically with Kai, the unity of target and oneself. With the release of the arrow that has become oneself, that snapshot in time is called Hanade. The self that becomes further away with a hit, as well as the action result becoming one, it all converges to make the past and future into a singular point. That is Zanshin. It's a ritual practice to build oneself. That's right. Basically, Kyudo's process resembles meditation in Minecraft.
ま、釈迦に説法だけどさ、弓道は矢を的中させることはおまけで、本当はそこに至る心構えを得るための道じゃない。術じゃなくて道なんだからさ。けど逆に言えば、弓道ってのは弓がなければその境地にはたどり着けない。そのあたり、エミヤには退屈だったんじゃないかって思ったのよね。私たちは矢を放ってそれが当たった時に、あ、来たって錯覚できる。射は手段に過ぎないって分かっていても、矢が当たったことでしか自分が綺麗になれたのかがわからない。けどエミヤ、あんたは矢の行方なんてどうでもいいタイプよ。弓道において的中させるだけなら誰だってできるのよ。射法発節胴作りなんて面倒なことは簡略して、当たる技術だけを突き詰めれば、とりあえず誰だって的には当てられる。けどそれは当てているだけ。本当の射は当たるのよ。弓を持つ人間がどんなに下手なやつでもね。
That's not true though. I go to the range so that I can hit the target too.
だからそれよ。本当なら弓を持って射場に立つよりもっと手っ取り早い方法があるんじゃない？そもそも弓を持つなんてことがあんたには余分なのよ。あんたさ、前に一度だけ外れを出したじゃない。その時絶対に動揺してるだろうって見に行ったら、エミヤは今まで通りだった。どうしてって聞いたら、いや、今のは外れるイメージだったから外したんだなんてしれっと言うんだもの。結果として外れたんじゃなくて、あんたは自分の意思で外したんでしょ。それで思ったのよ。こいつはいつも的に矢が刺さっている映像を見て、その後に指を離していたんだなって。
What are you talking about? That's just basics, right? Don't you always imagine the arrow hitting the target and follow accordingly?
当然よ。誰だってね、こうなったらいいな、こうなりたいなっていろいろやるでしょ。それって自然と一体化してるってことだ。武道でいうところの無の境地だろ。
I don't know if I can actually envision it like that, but I agree with the nothingness part. Being able to race oneself to make a circuit is a sign of a strong mage. To make the self transparent and rid oneself of any attachments and desires to reach a goal simply chasing after a result. This just in. Local boy Reach becomes a mage via doing archery really well. When it comes to making oneself into nothingness, the training for Kyoto and Magecraft are similar. This is getting complicated. What are you getting at, Mitsuzuri?
エミヤは無欲だから透けやすいってこと。もっと強欲で自己中でわがままになれ。若いうちから達人になってもつまんないでしょ。シンジを見習えとまでは言わないけど、少しは楽しいことでもやったら？
I'm at a loss for words. On one hand, I don't really see it, but on the other, I can't think of anything that I consider fun.
ほらね、そんなんだからさくらを苦労させてんのよ。若いうちに羽目を外しておかないと、年取ってから外し方がわからなくなる。そういうの世間では解消なしっていうのよ。
She gives me a pointed, do you understand sort of look, sort of surprising from her. Man, am I really that hopelessly or concerned about my future? Why are you so worried
だっ
about
て
me?
エミヤ笑わないでしょ
Huh?
だからずいぶん前の合宿の話みんなで騒いでた時さエミヤだけ私のとっておきのネタでも笑わなかった
So that means...
それをまだ根に持ってるってわけなのよこれが
Mitsuzuri says this, smiling in challenge at me, her chosen opponent. Oh, that was fun. This club practice ends by the time the sun sets. The sun goes down early in winter, and they must be taking into account the incidents that have been happening lately. Oh yeah, Mitsuzuri, where is Shinji? I haven't seen him. I want these.
あいつはサボり新しい女でもできたのか最近はこんなもんよ
This Mitsuzuri says it as if it's nothing and makes her way towards the school building.
じゃあね私職員室に用があるから
The Kyoto captain leaves, fiddling with the room key. We're at the front gate. With the sun setting on the town below us, I part with the others along with Fujini, Sakura, and Saber.
エミヤいじめるなよタイガー
Everyone sees us off in high spirits as we start down the hill. We just went back into town. Both beside me are Sakura, Fujini. Saber follows slightly behind us.
はてなあの子どうして私たちについてくるの
Well, it seems as though she didn't think anything of it at the time, but is finally catching on.
ねえシロ知り合い
This is the second time someone's asked me today. Thanks to Mitsuzuri for giving me a rehearsal, I'm able to answer without hesitation. Of course I know her. I'm the one who brought her. I answered as nonchalantly as I can.
やっぱりそうですよねそれで先輩あの人とはどういったご関係なんですか
うんシロに外国人さんの友達がいるなんて聞いてなかった
Well, not a friend, but she's acquaintance with my father. She's the daughter of someone my old man met when he was flying around the
キリ
world.
ツグさんのじゃああの子キリツグさんを訪ねに来たの
That's right. She'll be staying at my place for a while, so please do your best to be accommodating. Both Sakura and Fujini react in the same way at the exact same time. Well, if I was told that girl will start living with you today, then it would be weird to not be surprised.
シロ暮らすってあの子と同居するっていうの
No, Saber's only staying for a short while. I'm just giving her a place to stay. It's nothing to be so shocked by.
先輩あの人セーバーさんって言うんですか
Someone's catching on. Yeah, it's her name. She's not used to Japan, so she might act differently. Oh, she also seems unapproachable, but she's actually really nice. Sakura, it'd be helpful if you could be friends with her.
はいそれはいいですけど
Sakura doesn't make eye contact with me and looks at Fujini as if pleading for help.
藤村先生はセーバーさんの滞在を許可するんですか
教師としては当然アウトなんだけどキリツグさんを頼ってきた子を無下にはできないししっかりしてるようだし間違いは起きないかな
She gives me a
シロもそうなんでしょ
She gives me a sidelong glance. Of course, Kiritsuga's guest is my guest. I'm not going to be rude to her. If anything, she's like a little sister.
そういえばあの子何歳さくらちゃんより年下みたいだけど
Something like that. Fujini stares into my face, and as we're bottom of the hill, suddenly...
シロあの子のこと好きなの
What the fuck? Surprise attack. I don't know. I just met her, so I can't say. My face aside. I bet my face looks red to Fujini right now.
嘘はないけど脈はありか
I don't know what she got from that. Fujini crosses her arms and goes quiet as if she's thinking hard about something. As a result, Saber's stay was approved.
いいんじゃないホームステイと思えばいい経験だしここって無駄に部屋が多いもの
Fujini's single opinion settles it. Sakura didn't say anything the whole time, but in the end...
はい。私が意見できることじゃありませんから。
Yes, she agreed in the end. That's a very different definition I'd use for the word agree, but you know, anything to get the plot moving. And so dinner time rolls around. I put an extra effort into making dinner to welcome Saber. Starting with preparing salad style seared bonito, then fried chicken with a zesty green onion sauce, a classic meat and potato stew, and to top it off, a variety of tempura including shrimp. The menu is kind of all over the place, but... it ended without anyone saying anything. Splish splash. I washed the dishes in the kitchen. Not that I expected everyone to be the best of friends from day one, but could there have been a bit more conversation? I think I made the tempura especially good this time. It's straight instead of curved, and the outside is crunchy. It was perfectly made, so they could have at least said something. Still finished everything. What's up with just one more, please? Repeated 3 times being the only thing said. Splish splash. Cleaning up after 4 people takes a while. Now that I think about it, Sakura protested the situation by not helping today of all day. It's past 9 p.m. They usually go home around this time. Fujini, if you're going home, can you see Sakura? I call her from the kitchen while washing the dishes off. There was their response. Fujini's watching TV as if it's not our concern. Hello, Earth, Miss Fujimura. I go to the living room and tap on her head. Then...
悪いけどそれは却下。しばらくはさくらちゃんを送ってあげられないから。
Why, do you have do something, Fujini?
用じゃなくて、今日から私もここに泊まるから。
What the goddamn fuck are you talking about? As if it were nothing. Fujini makes another sneak attack at me. Nani?
あ、さくらちゃんもどう？お家の方には私から連絡入れておくから安心だよ。女の子3人、一緒にいた方が楽しいで。
はい、ぜひ。藤村先生、頼もしいです。
Yeah, that's what I call a agreeable face. Wait, why are you so enthusiastic about Sakura?
よーし、それじゃあ奥の座敷を使おう。布団ならいっぱいあるし、浴衣も人数分あるわよ。セーバーちゃんもいいわよね。
Is it just me, or does it sound more like an old order? Saber looks at me as if asking for help.
困りますシロ。私はあなたの守護をするのですから、彼女たちと同じ部屋では役目が果たせない。それに同室したところで、どう対応していいものかわかりません。
Sorry, Fujini brought it up. I can't stop her. Also, she's probably doing this as a compromise. If we decline, she might take back letting you stay here. If it happens, we'll have to sleep somewhere else.
それも困る。この屋敷の結界は優れていますから、拠点としては申し分ないのです。ここにいる限り、シロは敵の奇襲に備えられます。
I see, then even more so. Please just hang in. As long as we're both here, we can meet up at any time, right? Dealing with Fujini is a lot, but if you have trouble, just say you don't know Japanese.
ほらそこ、内緒話は禁止なんだから。そういうわけで、セーバーちゃんはこっち。シローは男の子なんだから一人でも平気よね。
Fujini pulls Saber to her. It's been decided. Saber's stay got approved. Fujini's saving over, and Sakura's keeping them company too. In only half a day, the occupancy has drastically increased. Actually, this really is comparable to a hotel. You have the rooms for it. Oh, it's bedtime. I don't know what happened to Saber, but the lights have gone out in that room. The sound of activity from it has gone silent. I've heard it gets noisy when there's 3 girls together, and it seems that it is true even when they're quiet like Saber and Sakura are. Wait, never mind. It's mainly Fujini's laughter. That was still pretty noisy. It isn't good for my mental health to have girls of the same age. Just me being rowdy on the same roof. I cannot take that line seriously. Sorry. Hang on. I'll probably put some more dignification back into the voiceover. Damn it, my sleepiness went away thinking about them. Like Saber's troubled expression. If Sakura and Saber are getting along, or what Fujini's even thinking about, the more I think, the more my head starts hurting. If it's like this, it might been better if Saber slept in the room next to mine. It's 11 p.m. The lights are out in the house, and there's not a single sound outside. My hand goes to the door to slide it open, tiptoe by, so Fujini doesn't hear anything. I go out to the garden. The moon is shining bright while the cutting breeze is cold. In the winter night, the world is silent as if frozen. Oh God. The shed has gone still. The place where I got cornered by Lancer yesterday, and the place where Saber appeared. The entrance is still open. The darkness inside feels uninviting. I go inside. Closing the door behind me to shut out the cold air, I turn on an old stove heater. Shoot over 200 arrows, huh? The treachery of, damn it. Treachery. Yeah, that's an especially fitting word for Saber. The teaching of archery focuses on accuracy, or piercing strength, and persistence. Accuracy is how well one can hit the target. Piercing strength is the power to pierce the target. And lastly, persistence is how long one can maintain the accuracy and piercing strength. I think I read it somewhere in an archery manual. Once one aims to be a shooter, after they learn the true meaning of Kyudo, they continue that forever. So they say to shoot over 200 arrows or something. Yeah, I don't know what I should do as a master, so I should at least train my maidcraft. I sit down inside the shed and take a deep breath. I control my breathing and begin my regular training. My mind imagines the same thing that it always does, an image of a sword that comes to mind. I ignore that and clear my mind even more. Once I've let magical energy flow through my entire body, I practice strengthening like usual. When I was attacked by Lancer last night, I succeeded in strengthening for the first time in a few years. I need to repeat it so that I don't forget the sensation, or else it would be a waste. Trace on. I narrow my eyes and breathe out deeply. That's all for now. I forget all about the Holy Grail War, Saber, and Sakura once I immerse myself in the process, clear all thoughts and hesitation from my mind. But during the process, the thought that Sakura, who's a mage like me, might be doing the same kind of training never leaves my head. Short little interludes to end the video, and then I'll change the recording. She weaves her way through an unnatural darkness, a desolate night. While the moonlight shines, she makes her way through the dark hallway and enters a room. This is a room of a random building. There are about 50 workers here. Most of them are male, and they are scattered like puppets with their strings severed. She grits her teeth. It helps that the darkness limits her vision. The rotten air is from a plant smell that turned into smoke and filled the air. Opening the door and windows, she asks someone behind her. There is no one there, but in the shroud of smoke, a strong presence wavers.
それって毒人参でしょ？愛を破壊って。ああ、そういうこと。男に何か怨恨でもあるのかしらね。
だとすると、相手は女かな。いや、何の恨みがあるか知らんが、サーバントになってまで八つ当たりするとは。
能書きはいいから窓を開けて。倒れてる連中はまだ息があるか。この分だと今から連絡するのも朝になって発見されるのも変わらない。用が済んだら手早く離れるわよ、アーチャー。
She opens all the windows on one side, treats the people in a specially padded condition, and leaves the room.
服、クリーニングに出さないと。
She sniffs her coat. Though she was careful not to touch things, for the most part the scent of rust still made it onto her. The room was sealed, and the floor of that room was covered in the blood that 50 or so people threw up. The presence behind her takes form. What appears behind her is a knight in red. He is Acha, the servant who is protecting Tasakarini in spirit form.
やはり流れは竜道寺か。
そうね。奪われた世紀はみんな山に流れていってる。神都で起きてる昏睡事件はほぼ竜道寺にいるマスターの仕業よ。マスターがどれだけのやつか知らないけど、こんなのは人間の手に余る。可能だとしたらキャスターのサーバントだけでしょ。
竜道寺に救う魔女か。となると昨夜は失態を演じたな。
失態？バーサーカーと引き分けたこと？あれは最善だったと思うけど。
どうかな。キャスターがそれほど広範囲な網を張っているのなら、昨夜の戦いも盗み見ていただろう。にもかかわらず、バーサーカーを倒せず、セイバーさえ見逃し、こちらは手の内を晒してしまった。これのどこが最善だ。
His tone is biting and sarcastic, but Rin does not answer. It was not a mistake to drive Berserker away and help Saber, and most importantly, Archer hasn't shown the full scope of his power yet. Last night, it is true that the arrow for Archer fired stopped Berserker, but even Rin, his masters, had to find out his identity, or the identity of that powerful noble phantasm. No, she knows the principle behind it. It's just a bomb. He just detonated a bomb called a Noble Phantasm in front of his enemy. It goes without saying how exceptional it was. That was a one-time explosion of magical energy created using the most powerful of illusions, a Noble Phantasm. Broken Phantasm. That is what the Red Knight's doubly Noble Phantasm is called. Sure about that? Though that itself is also strange. Servants typically only wield one Noble Phantasm, and it is part of them that they have had in their purse. Servants typically only wield one Noble Phantasm, and it is part of them that they have had in their past life. What kind of heroic spirit would destroy such a thing so freely? It is not easy to fix a Noble Phantasm that has been destroyed. It's like committing suicide for a servant to destroy their own. In other words, Archer abandoned his strongest weapon in a situation where he still had 6 enemies he needed to defeat. No more than that, other servants would faint if they found out that he destroyed his own Noble Phantasm.
何？ごめん、聞いてなかった。
今夜はこれからどうすると聞いたのだ。先ほどの戦闘で疲れているだろうし、大事を取って戻らないかとな。
Green clenches her fist in response to Archer's words. The previous battle, a large number of skeleton golems wriggling in the hallway. All of them were destroyed by her own hand. She didn't need Archer's help and didn't want to expose Archer's abilities over something like that. More importantly, she felt anger towards enemies who break the rules as a mage and involve innocent people. That's why she destroyed them. She beat them without mercy until there was nothing left. She did not show any sympathy, even if the bones were someone that could have been alive until just the other day. She did not suffer any wounds from this battle except one. She fought and kept the nausea from overwhelming her. In exchange, she bit her lips of heart and blood.
気配はまだ残っているんでしょ？竜道寺に逃げられる前に型をつける。
何？驚いたな。できないと思ったことはやらないのが君の主義ではなかったか？
そうよ。私、結果が分かりきっていることはできない。けどこれは別でしょ。今から追いかければ尻尾ぐらいはつかめるだろうし。何より
喧嘩を売らなければ気が済まないか。やれやれ。倒しやすい相手を放っておいて、最も倒しがたい相手を追うとは。
いいのよ、セイバーのことは放っておいて。あんなのはいつだって始末できるんだから、別に目の敵にする必要ないじゃない。ちゃんとおとなしくしているんなら、無理に手を出すこともないわ。
ほう。では、あのマスターが目の前にいれば、話は違うのかな。例えば、未だマスターとしての自覚もないまま、エミやシローの方から君の前に現れたとしたら。
Those words are as if to test her, in a voice without emotion, looking down at the night town.
殺すわ。そんなこともわからない奴にかける義理なんてない。
Tosaka Rin asserts as if to convince herself. And with that, I will bring this video to a close. I'm going to take a quick save, and then I'm going to edit this one in the background while I record the next one. So, save, and with that being said, I will see you all next time. Goodbye!